Okay, so have you guys ever tried to record something and you think you're capturing the most adorable thing that your dog and or child is doing, and then you look at your phone and god damn it, you never hit record? Well, I just recorded a video on hair removal and I pressed record, but for some reason I also pressed some sort of wonky filter that gave me big old green glasses and a big old green hat. Totally on accident. So it just goes to show that this really is the beauty channel for the flawed, because I didn't know this was going on the whole time. And I don't know what else to say about it other than, of course it would happen to me. Of course. Well, have fun laughing at a jackass that made an idiot of herself. Okay, yeah. Showing face, beauty channel for the flawed. Okay, bye. Are you looking for a DIY chemical-free way to remove the pesky hair that may or may not be all over your face? Well, I was, and I found one, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about it. That is really... Hi everyone, welcome to Showing Face, the beauty channel for those who are flawed, which naturally is why I am your host. It's only natural. Do you have any fuzzy friends out there that have facial hair all over? Well, you may be that friend. I know I am. All of my friends have a fuzzy friend, and it's me. Aren't they lucky? So I have been looking for a way to combat my naturally fuzzy face because I am Portuguese and apparently we are hairy people. I did not become familiar with the language, but I did become very familiar with the abundance of hair that the Portuguese have. And it started in high school when I tried to find ways to remove it. I tried waxing, and I've been on a lifetime of acne treatments, including Retin-A, and my skin is very sensitive, so the Retin-A would make my skin thinner to the point where I would have to worry about my first layer of skin ripping off. At one point, I had some really bad chemical burns from trying to remove it on my cheeks there, and since I was in high school, I didn't have the self-confidence to tell people, oh yeah, you know, it's from waxing. I was embarrassed, so I told people I was wrestling with whom. I don't know who. I was wrestling with someone, and it was rug burn from when I was getting pinned against the rug. So, which is apparently less embarrassing than saying you were waxing your face, because we all did it, but we didn't want to talk about it. But now there's YouTube, and we're all talking about our vulnerabilities. So then I went from waxing, I went to bleaching, which was working out okay, except I was getting a very full undercoat, just like my dog. I was having like a double layer of this blonde full coat of hair. So it was getting thicker and fluffier. My makeup would cling to it, and you could actually see you know, like orangey yellow foundation over white hair. It was really strange looking, and so that wasn't a good option. And then I tried some depilatory creams where it could just, like a Nair, where it could dissolve the hair away, which if there's anything that says acid or chemical, that would most certainly be it. Which is why later in life, it did not work for me, because as I became active and I would go to the gym, a week later, especially with my continued acne treatments, it would burn every time I would start to sweat. And for about a week after a treatment, which, hello, that's when you need another treatment again. So it's just a lifelong of burning and stubble and hair. Then I was very pleased when actually a friend of mine, she started doing my threading years ago when I was working for a line, and she worked for another line, and it was part of her culture where the women knew how to thread. And man, that was the best. It was chemical free. It was fast. It was from the root without any chemicals. I was thrilled. And then after I ended up becoming a suit and getting an office job, and I hope she's doing very well. She was rad. Then I would pay for the threading, which is highly inconvenient. I would have to go at least every 2 weeks, preferably every week, to really stay on top of things. But then it would take time out of my weekends, and not to mention $15 minimum plus tip. So, and this is just for my upper cheeks and my mustache. Trust me, I could do a full face, but those are the real problem areas. I was wondering too if the chemicals led to any of the hyperpigmentation that I also experienced in those areas, which would be in my upper lip and on my cheeks here, because maybe it left that skin more vulnerable, because I have a lot of melasma in those areas. But it could just be that that's where I have a whole bunch of good old-fashioned hormones and possibly some testosterone, right? Because we all got that a little bit. Well, I got a lot of testosterone. Check it out. And it comes out all right here and here. So I always wondered if the chemicals were some sort of contribution to that sensitivity, that sun sensitivity. So I was walking in Sephora several months ago, and I was looking in the brushes and in the tools, and I saw this contraption. There was really nothing on the label underneath it. There was no price tag, and I just saw it was a Tweezerman smooth hair surfacing, something like that. I'll make sure to put the correct name up there. And I wasn't quite sure how it would work, and it was on a whim. I was just like, sure, I'll buy it. There was no price tag. Turns out it was only 20 bucks, and you could also get it at Target and Ulta and obviously Sephora. And I thought it was like one of those, like I'm gonna build some muscle, and I could squeeze it and then let it go, and it would pull it out. But it turns out no, there are very tiny little arrows there, and if I move them in the direction that the arrows are pointing, the other side will turn the same way. So you're not trying to go counter one another. If you move one, you'll be fine. And so when you're moving that, the coils will tighten and rip it out from the root. And it says the flat side, which is this side, but I have noticed that if you have some small little hairs, if you make it on the tighter coil side, you'll definitely be able to get those out. So now I will have all of the ex-boyfriends and haters check out right now, because I'm about to do some hair removal on YouTube. So peace out. So I should probably remove my lipstick. One time I didn't, and you know, the lipstick ended up everywhere else. So I'm gonna remove it a little bit. All right, let's get ready. I'm gonna make sure that I'm using the flat side there. Do you see? Are you able to see that? It kind of curves a little bit. So this is the part where I'm gonna start. I see some of my hairs there from last time. Okay. Let's see, what side do I feel more comfortable with? I'm feeling pressure now. Normally it's not this difficult for me to get this thing started. Okay. Yep. So this has been about a week. If you do it every week, you'll be golden because then it'll be less painful. If you wait longer than that, the more hair will grow, the more painful it becomes. You can use a topical agent like a lidocaine. Lidocaine is a topical anesthetic, and you can find it in some hemorrhoid creams, not all hemorrhoid creams. It will say lidocaine on it, or also some type of like bikini area treatment type of ointments and stuff. So you can get just a little bit of a percentage. Gosh, I can't even remember. You can get just a little bit of a percentage over the counter. You can even get it prescription. So here I go. Look at me. Removing hair on YouTube. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to try to go slow so that way you can see the hair getting pulled out from the root. I'm sure there's people that are into this. I have a friend who loves zit popping videos. I'm sure that there's an audience for this too. You see, when I'm pulling it, it will naturally climb up a little bit. Yep. I don't know why this side is hurting more. I think your body goes into shock. You know what normally helps? Podcast or a video that's like really entertaining or something that you're really into, then it'll help keep yourself distracted. I remember getting Brazilians, and it would cost so much money that I would let it go. And it was always the worst thing because it would just hurt that much more. So again, just stay on it. This is about a week, and this is totally doable, and not to mention fast. Okay, so now the more sensitive part. Ooh. 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 Does this feel good? No. I had someone that just said, does it hurt? Fuck yes, it hurts. You're pulling hair out at the root. Oh, can you see that? Gross. Oh, yeah. Oh. I should have put the lidocaine on, but I have to go back to work. Oh. 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 Wow. Please be done. Oh, hair. Oop, oop. Oh my God, you guys. People that have like no hair naturally, no pores, like what do they struggle with? What are their YouTube videos about? How bored they are that they don't have to keep up with stuff like this, like they have too much free time on their hands, like, oh man, I wish it took me longer to get ready. There's all these fun gizmos out there that I never get to try. Oop, oop, whoo-hoo. Oh shit. Oh, that dog better not come back in here. He's coming. You just wanted to make... go away! I love you! Why are you just... He's like popping in to make eye contact with me and then running back outside through his doggy door, and then comes back in and makes eye contact with me. Oh, he's trying to tell me something, isn't he? Yeah. That's what he's trying to do. You know why? Because we're out of his regular dog food, so he's been getting wet dog food. So he's now like, hey man, it's time to eat again. Okay, so I think I'm done. I'm gonna need to put a little bit over the redness. Again, about every week or so, super easy, 20 bucks, and I never have to go to a salon or put chemicals on my face. When I go to the gym now with this, it's no issues at all. And I love the convenience of being able to do it at home on one's lunch break. Yep, that's where I am. So would highly, highly recommend if you're looking for something chemical-free that you could do at home anytime you want, and you are a little bit of a masochist. So would definitely recommend, and I'll see you guys next time when we're going to be looking at something embarrassing on YouTube again. See you guys.